series on statistics, paper 5, A-level mathematics 9709. Today we will discuss mainly mean, median, mode and histogram. Now read the question. This is question number 1. We are given a raw data. Raw data means this data is not in ordered way. To understand statistical raw data, we have to put in some ordered way. And then we can understand that data and we can derive the results from that and we can analyze the data. Now in the question you have mentioned that construct a group frequency table for these data. And there are 5 classes and the first class has lower class boundary 41.5. So starting from 41.5, this is your first class. Before this we can also see that you are starting from 41.5 and ending at 61.5. So if we subtract these two values, then you will get 20. Now we divide this 20 by 5 because we are asked that there are 5 classes. So you divide by 5, you will get 4. So class width will be 4. So second class will be from 45.5 less or equal to x. And if you add 4, you will get 49.5. Next you will start from 49.5 less or equal to x less than 53.5. Then 53.5 less or equal to x less than 57.5. Go on adding 4. Then we have 57.5 less or equal to x less than 61.5. According to the question, this is the lower boundary of first class and this is the upper boundary of last class. Now, we can make a tally column. And then we will write frequency. The easy way is that you have this data before you in the question. Now you find the first value is 50. The first value is 50. 50 will lie in this interval. So you make a line. Then second value is 60. 60 column wise. 60 lies in this interval. Then we have 56. 56 is in this interval, so you will make a line. So go on making these lines and go on cutting this data with the pencil. And finally, you will get this. You can check this. And finally, you will get here. You will get 5 lines. And this is 4 lines. Here you will have 4 lines. This is the 5th line. This means 5 readings. And you have 2 readings. Then we have here, you can check that we have 5 values over here, and then you have 5 values over here. Then you have 5 values over here, and you have 4 values over here. So the frequencies are, this is 4, these are 5 plus 2, 7 values, 5 plus 5, 10 values, and then you have 5 values, and then you have 4 values. So this is the answer to this question. This is the group frequency table, as in the statement. You are asked that construct a group frequency table. This is the group frequency table, and this is the frequency. You can omit this column, but this is better to make this column, and there will be no mistake if you do like this. When you enter the value, please go on cutting it. This is, I am giving you the tip how to complete it. Then we have question number 2. Please read the question. You are given again raw data, and we are asked to represent it on a histogram. Now, before drawing histogram, you are already given the classes or intervals. You are given the intervals. First interval is 0 to 500, and then second interval is from 500 to 1000. Then we have from 1000 to 2000. Then you have from 2000 to 3000. And finally we have from 3000 to 4000. Now you have to make this tally column again. Again you will make this tally column. Now see the values in the question and go on cutting these values when you enter it. For example, the value 150. Where will lie this 150 value? It will lie over here. 150 is between this. The second value, for example, 350. It also lies over here. Row wise, first row, second, next value 450 also lies over here. And similarly we have then 578. Now 578 will lie over here. So you go on entering all these values, and then we write here frequency. Now I have done this for you, just you check it. Now you have 4 values, then 2 values, then you have again 5 values, and you will see there is 1 value more. And here you have 3 values, and here you have one value. So the frequency is, here you have 3, then you have 7, then you have 6, and you have 3 and 1. And you can check that these total values will be 20. This total values is 20, you can also check it. Now, see that the we have to make another column, frequency density. We will make frequency density. You know that frequency density is frequency divided by class width. So if you divide 3 by 500, you will get 0.006. Similarly, you divide class width is 1000 minus 500, 500. Frequency divided by class width, 7 over 500, you will find that it is 0.014. Similarly, 6 divided by 1000, it will be 0.006. Similarly, 3 divided by 1000, it will be 0.003. And finally, you will have 0.001. Now, these are the frequency densities. Now, you know that then class width is different. Class widths are different. Then we make frequency density, and then we make the histogram. Now, see this, I have completed the histogram. You can see that. Now we plot these frequency densities vertically, and we plot these intervals on x-axis. Now see the histogram, I have completed it for you. Okay, question number 3. Read the question. You see that the first class is ending at 0.5 and second class is starting at 0.6. So they are not same. For histogram we have to make them equal. Now you are given that the data is nearest 0.1 hour. Nearest 0.1 hour. It means if you divide it, you will get 0.05. Now your first class is 0.1 less or equal to t less or equal to 0.5. Now you will subtract minus 0.05 and you will add plus 0.05 to it. Then you will get this value to be 0.05 and this value will be 0.55. Now this will be the lower class bonding, this will be the upper class bonding. So you can make now the table 0.05 less or equal to t less than 0.55. Second interval starting from 0.55 less or equal to t less than 1.05. Then 1.05 less or equal to t less or equal to 2.05. Then 2.05 less or equal to t less or equal to 0.5. And last less or equal to 4.55. So these are the now final class boundaries. Now you will make frequency density. Now frequency divided by class width. So you will get frequency density to be 0.5 and 0, 1, 1 and 1.5. So these are the frequency densities. Again see that how did I get this? You divide the frequency is 11. Frequency is 11 divided by these are frequency densities will be 22, 30, 18, 30 and 14. So you will divide frequency divided by class width. 11 divided by this class width. If you divide it, it will be 0.55 minus 0.05. Divide this, you will get 22. To make histogram, we need another thing, that is the class width. Now, if you see the class width, it will be 0.5. It is also 0.5. This minus this, and this will be 1. This will be 1. This will be 1.5. So now I have made the histogram. You see the histogram that basically this is same and these are same, but this is double of this and this is 3 times of this. So according to that I have made the histogram. You see the histogram. Then we have to find the mean time. Mean means you take the mid value. You can find mid value of this multiplied by frequency. Frequency multiplied by mid value. So frequency divided by multiplied by mid values. So this is the mean. Second part, we are asked to find the mean. This is 0.8 into 15. This is 1.55 into 18 plus 2.55 into 30, 3.8 into 21. Whole this value divided by 95. 95 is the total frequency, you can check yourself. And your answer is 2.10. This is the mean time. So you see the histogram and you can understand this question. Okay, question number 4. Please read the question. In this question you are given histogram. Histogram is already drawn. Now see that vertically you have frequency density. See the diagram. we have frequency density, and we have number of minutes late on the x-axis. Now in this question you are asked to construct the frequency distribution for this uh, histogram. Now see that your first rectangle is from 0 to 5. This is question number 4. So from 0 to 5. Second is from 5 to 10. Then we have from 10 to 20. Then we have 30. We have 50. Up to 80. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see that there are 6 rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rectangles. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we have 5 rectangles. 1, 2, 4, 6 rectangles. Sorry, we have 6 rectangles. We have lost another rectangle also whose width is very small. So see carefully that we have 6 basically rectangles. So we will have 6 intervals. So first start from 0 and at 5, then from 10 to 20, then 10 to 30, 30 to 60, and then 30 to 50, then 50 to 80. Yes. Now see that the cross intervals are of different widths. We have different widths, therefore we have frequency density. Now the area is equal to frequency. Area means you multiply cross width with frequency density, which is height. Height is frequency density. So area of the rectangle is frequency. This is a very important point. So you will, I calculate for example from the first interval, we see that you have 5 multiplied by 6.4. For the first interval 0 to 5, 5 multiplied by this height is 6.4. Height is 6.4 for the first rectangle. So multiply this 5 with 6.4 and you will get the answer 32. Similarly for the second rectangle, its width is 5. You multiply 5 with 8.8, you will get 44. So you go on multiplying, you will get the frequencies to be 32, 44, 28, 12, 12 and 6. So this is the frequency distribution for it. Now how many trains were there in the survey? So if you add all these values, so the second part, B part is number of trains is, if you go on adding, you will get 134. So answer is 134 to the second part. Then we have question number 5. Please read the question. Question number 5 is before you. In the question number 5, again you are given the histogram. In this histogram you have frequency density in the vertical axis. Now, first of all, he is asking what is the modal group. Question number 5. What is the modal group? Where does the mode lie? It means also this. So see that the rectangle whose height is maximum is 30 to 35. So this is first part. The rectangle with highest frequency density or highest height. That will be the model age group or model class. So it is 30 to 35. Second part is how many fathers between 25 and 30. Between 25 and 30, so 25 and 30. If you 30 minus 25 is 5, 30 minus 25 is 5, and then from 25 to 30 you see that the height is 4.8. So if you multiply you will get 24. Answer to second part. Then we have third part. In the third part you see that you are asked to find the how many fathers were in the sample. So find the areas of these rectangles. The areas are the frequencies. Areas are always frequencies in the frequency density. So go on multiplying width with the height, plus you will multiply 5 multiplied by 3.6, then 5 multiplied by 4.8, then 5 multiplied by 5.6, then 25 multiplied by 0.4, and lastly we have 5 multiplied by 5.2. If you add all these, you will get 110. So there are 110 parents in the survey. Then we have fourth part, last part. Probability that father chosen at random was between 25 and 30. So between 25 and 30 was 24, and given that he was older than 25 years. So older than 25 years means you have only 1, 2 and 3 rectangles. So you calculate only these 3 values, this and this. You will see that these values will be 88. So probability will be 3 over 11, or in decimal it is 0.273, up to 3 significant figures. Okay, next question number 6. Please see the question. In the statement it is given that the weights are nearest gram. So making class boundaries. So class boundaries, subtracting 0.5 from 1 and adding 0.5 to 10, because nearest gram means you have to add 0.5 to the upper class boundary. This will start from 10.5 to 20.5, then 20.5 to 25.5, 25.5 to 30.5, 30.5 to 50.5, and last will be 50.5 to 70.5. These are the class boundaries. These are the class boundaries. Now you can find the first part. In the first part, value of x from 51 to this last. So class width is 70.5 to 70.5 minus 50.5. This is the class width. It is 10. It is 10. Now frequency divided by class width is equal to frequency density. Now see that three centimeter is given, that this for the 1 to 10 class interval, this height is 3. The class first class, the width of this first class is 10.5 minus 0.5, you will get 10. So this is the class width. So frequency divided by class width is frequency density. It is given, 3 is given, height mean frequency density. So from here you will get the value of x to be 15. This is the first part. Then we have second part. In the second part, calculate estimate of the mean weight of the stone. So multiplying the bit values with the frequencies. So bit value is of this is, for mean you don't need to make class boundaries. You can find the mid value. Mid value will be same whether you are taking class limits or you are taking class boundaries. Mid value is same. For mean there is no need to make class boundaries, keep in mind. So now mid value 5.5 multiplied by 30 plus next mid value for this interval will be 15.5 multiplied by 60 plus mid value 23 multiplied by 45 plus 28 into 75 plus 40.5 into 60 and plus 60.5 into 15. The answer will be, we will divide the whole value by total frequency and the answer will be 26.55. Is the answer to this question 6. Okay, question number 7. Now please read the question. Again you are given a histogram, but in this question the frequency boundaries, class boundaries are given. This is question number 7. Now you are asked to find the first part is the mean. You know how to find mean, but you have to take care to find the frequencies. So I just write frequencies. So frequencies will be width into height, width into height. See the first rectangle, its width is 2 and height is 10, so it will be 20. Similarly for the second rectangle, you can find 2 into 22. Its width is, height is 22, width is 2. So in this way you find the, you will get the answer 20, 44, 34, 30, 30, 36. If you add this, you will get total, this will be 194. Now you are asked to find the second part. For second part, you find your mean, you find the value of mean yourself, and your mean is, answer is, or answer for mean is 7.55. Now for the second part, see that 2 students are chosen. Exactly one is from 7 to 10. Now see that from 7 to 10, you have, if you find from 7 to 10, we have total, there are basically from 7 to 10, you have 2 rectangles. So that value is 30 plus 30 and total is 194. So 30 plus 30 means 60. 60 students are between 7 and 10. From the diagram you can calculate. There are 60 students between 7 and 10, and the remaining students will be 194 minus this 60 divided by 193. It is without replacement. One student is taken, then the total value will be reduced. Now there is also possible sequence that first you get this and then this. So you multiply it by 2 and you will get the final answer 0.429. This was the second part. Then we have question number 8. Now in the question number 8, first of all you are asked to find the value of A. Now see that again you are given frequency densities. How you will find A? First part, 8, why 8? 8 is given the frequency. Frequency divided by class width. Now what is the class width? Class width is 3.40 minus 3.20. So you will get the answer to be, if you find this value, it will be 40. So frequency divided by class width is equal to frequency density. Applying this formula, you can find the value of A. Then the second part is draw histogram. So histogram is drawn for you. You can see it. You are given the frequencies. You are given frequency densities also. So I have keep in mind that class widths are 0.2, 0.1, 0.1 and 0.2. So see that this is the double of this. These are the same, these are the same. So see the diagram, two rectangles have same width and two rectangles have same width. Third part is find the probability that less than 3.2. So you can see from the diagram that the total frequency is 68 and 68 minus 8. So it will be 15 over 17 and this is 0.882. So this is the answer to second part. Question number 9. Please read the question. Very simple question, but he is asking you illustrate this result diagrammatically with some diagram. So one way is to draw the bar chart. I have drawn for you bar chart, and second way is you can also draw the pie chart. But pie chart for males, separately for males, and then another pie chart for females by finding the angles. And you know how to find angles. So I am leaving this question number 9. Then we have question number 10. Question number 10. Please read the question. Again we are given class limits, not class boundaries. First class is 60 to 62 and then 63 to 64. And in the first part, and you are also given the frequency densities. So frequency density, you know, frequency divided by class width. And in the statement you are given that correct to the nearest minute. So basically the data is like this. 60 means 59.5 to 62.5, then from 62.5 to 64.5. Fine. So after making class boundaries, subtracted 0.5, added 0.5, subtracted, added. So these must be same. Upper class, lower class boundary must be same. So we have made it. Now see that frequency for this frequency is 396. This is B. Here we have 1A to 1.5. Now this is the frequency density and this is the frequency. Now you are asked to find the values of A and B. So for first part, frequency divided by this class with 64.5 minus 62.5. Frequency divided by class width is equal to frequency density. So from here you can find the value of A to be 4.5. Again see this frequency B divided by class width 71.5 minus 67.5 is equal to frequency density. Now from here you can get the value of B to be this is 4 and this is 6. Value of B will be 6. You can find the values. In the second part you are asked to draw the histogram. I have drawn the histogram. Please see it. You have the histogram, and we have to plot frequency density along y-axis again and class intervals along x-axis. So it's easier for you, and you can understand it, and you can one thing, you can find the class widths as well. So see the histogram, you will understand it. Then we have question number 11. In question number 11, please read the question. It's different question. In this question, you are asked to find the way of central tendency which is suitable or best to describe this data. Now, how will you tackle this question? Now, rearranging in ascending order the data, you will get 40. I have rearranged the data in ascending order. So it is from smaller to larger values: 41, 42, 45, 47, 48, 49. Then we have 50, and then 51, and we have 352. Now in this data, the important thing is that this value is very different from all other values. All these values are very close. There is very small difference. For example, the difference between 40 and 51 is just 11, and this value is very large as compared to these values. So here mode, because you see that mode is only 40, it is the smallest value, and all other values are greater than this. So it is not the best figure. So median, if you find the median, you will see that the median is 47. This is the median value. Median is 47. Now all the values of the data are close to 47. Minimum value and this 51 value, all these values are very close to 47. So median describes almost all data except one value. So this value is different, a large one. That's why the median describes best this data. Now see that if you find the mean, so mean is affected by this value, because this value, due to this value, the mean is away from these values, very different from these values. I have calculated it. Mean is 73.2. Now all the values, all these values from here to here, all these values are smaller than 73.2. So it is not better to use mean to describe this data. Now the median is 47. So as I have told you, all the values are very close to 47 except only one value. So it almost describes the whole data. Therefore the answer is median. Okay, last question, question number 12. Again, please read the question. Now the class boundaries are already given. So state which class contains the upper quartile. Now if you go on adding, this is the first part. Upper quartile, for upper quartile you find 3 by 4, which means 75%. 75% of total, this is 104. If you calculate this 75% value of frequency, you will get 78. You are asked to find where upper quartile will lie. We have to tell the class, not the value of upper quartile, and it's not possible to tell that. So the value which lies at this place will be the upper quartile. So we have to find the class. Now if you go on adding, for example, first and second value and third value, if you add these three values, you will get 61. So it means that this is less than this. So up to 61 values lie before 5.5 in third interval. In the fourth interval, there are then 31 values. So after 61, if you go on adding, you will see that 78 value will lie over here 92. It is greater than 78. So this value will lie in the fourth interval, which is yes, 5.5 to 7.0. So in the fourth interval, in this interval, this is your answer. This value, 78 value, lies in this interval, because up to third interval we have 61 values. Then we have 62, 63, 64, go on up to 78 values lie in the interval. Then he is asked to draw the histogram. For histogram, one very important point is that you see the class widths. Now class widths are 1.5, 1, 1, 1.5 and 2. Now there is a link. See that basically this is 1.5. So this is half of 1, add half of 1 to 1, we get 1.5. So these are same, and this is double of these two. So see the histogram, you will see these things, that the width, how you will take the width, you will take help from these values. So now this is the end of this part 2 on representation of data. Now we will have third part in the next video, inshallah. Soon you will see the last part on this representation of data, and then we will discuss standard deviation and variance in the next video. So this is the end of this video. Thank you.